Okay, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and thank you for stopping in today. If you are interested in having me be your demonstrator, you can go right to my website at stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net. You can see items in our catalog there and make an order if you'd like, or you can go to my Facebook page, Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, and message me there. You can leave some comments here, and which I would appreciate, and your feedback. And if you do like this and give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that as well. And I hope you will consider subscribing to me. Okay, today I am going to be focusing on our Butterfly Gala set from our annual catalog. We have quite a few butterfly sets in our catalog. In our annual catalog, on page 16 is Butterfly Wishes, and it is what they call a distinctive stamp, where you get some different layers almost just from one stamp. On page 77 there is Beauty Abounds, and this one does have a coordinating die set. It does not come in a bundle at this time, but they do coordinate. On page 79 is the Butterfly Gala, which I'm going to be showing you today. That does have a coordinating punch that goes with it. Again, it is not a bundle at this time, but you can purchase each of them. And another one that's not maybe specifically a butterfly one, but I always think about it as being kind of butterflyish because there's a butterfly in there along with some greenery and flower, and it's called Positive Thoughts. It's on page 87. In our mini catalog on page 61 is Floating and Fluttering, and that is has both stamps and a die set. It does is available as a bundle if you would like that. If you buy the bundle, you save 10% over getting them individually. And also, because right now is celebration, for every $50 you spend, you get a free item. There are two items that are you have to spend $100 for, and one happens to be a touch of ink, which does have a butterfly in it, as well as a hummingbird and flowers, some greenery. Okay, so those are some things just to let you know what is available. Next month, starting on March 2nd, you will be able to, if you would like to order a new stamp set, new kind of like little bundle suite with butterflies that have stamps and dies, and they also have some paper that go with them. They have a 6x6 stack of paper with butterflies on it, and they also have a paper that is like a texture paper. It looks almost like a type of wood grain. Okay, so that will be available to purchase starting March 2nd if that's something you're interested in. All right, so for today, I'm going to be doing the Butterfly Gala, and it does match up with this stamp set. And you see there's two butterflies there. These, the way the stamps are, they do stamp so that you can, you can punch out two butterflies at once. I have kind of a partial storyboard here. I stamped out each of the butterflies. So this is one stamp, this is one stamp, one stamp, one stamp. So there's 4 different butterfly stamps. And then there's one that fills in the little one. There's one that fills in the top wings, one that fills in the bottom wings, and then there's a body, one for the little butterfly, one for the big butterfly, and antenna, little and big. And there also are some sayings, and here's some of the sentiments. You've been on my mind, a little note. Thank you so very much. The good things in life are better with you, and hello, beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to show, I just wanted to kind of give you an idea here. This is how the stamps all look individually, and then I re-stamped this one here, and I just filled it in using these stamps. Okay, and for those down here, I did use black. All right, now, and I will show you, we'll do that together in just a moment, but I'll show you, this is a card that I made up a little bit earlier today. The paper, oh my goodness, the paper that I'm using is from one of the set of stacks of paper that you can get from our celebration, and it's called Paper Blooms. Okay, and I'll just briefly show you. They're double-sided. There's some big circles there, something a little different. Most of them have flowers. Okay, and then on the other side, you see, here's a few more. Obviously, that could go either direction. This could go either direction. And this is kind of an all over greenery, so it could go either way. And the same with this. I really like this. If you do it this way, it almost looks like kind of reminiscent of some ornamental grasses. So I did use some of that in this paper right here. And one of the things I did notice in it is that it has put some colors together that I would not necessarily have put together. Like, it's got the colors in it are, just want to get my little cheat sheet so I make sure I don't miss something. Night of Navy, which that's what you see here. Old Olive, which is green. This looks like a little bit lighter than Old Olive, but Petal Pink, which is a little more like that. Rococo Rose, Seaside Spray, this blue. Soft Sea Foam. Oh, that's what that green is, the Soft Sea Foam. I forgot that was in there. And, of course, white. And just to give you a little bit better idea of those colors, I thought I had them all here in order, but maybe not. Let's see. So here it is. Night, if I can get a hold of them. Night of Navy. Get my Old Olive, which I used earlier, and so I'm not sure. Is that Old Olive? No, that's a different green. I'll find it in a moment. So Old Olive, it's this Night of Navy. Oh, here it is. There's the Old Olive. I knew I had some. Petal Pink. Rococo Rose, which if I can get a hold of it here, they're all, I feel like I'm all thumbs here suddenly. Seaside Spray and Soft Sea Foam. So there's all those colors in that palette. Okay. And see, if you wanted, that almost fades this out. And let's see how these look. And then these. So if you wanted, you could put like the pinks together, the greens together, the blues together. But anyway, just the thought of having like this and this together, I would not necessarily have done that on my own, or even the other pink, you know, and this green, just because this is so dark and these are, you know, pastel. But one of the things I found, that's one of the things I like about some of the different designer series papers, that it can kind of force you to get outside of your comfort zone. Okay, so this one, and for some reason with this stamp, I've been having a hard time getting it to not smudge. I did it quite a few different times, and now I thought it wasn't, but there it's smudged, so I don't know. And then this has a little bit, I don't know how that got inside. It's there. Yeah, just a little bit. So I said, so here I decided, I was thinking about, did I want the blue? Did I want the pink? You could put pink on here too if you wanted, okay? But I decided blue butterflies on here. And these I stamped, the outline was in black. It could have been in navy, but I decided to do it in black. And then I used the Seaside Spray to fill in the butterflies, and then I took our Stampin' blends of Light Night of Navy, and the darker blue is the Light Night of Navy on there. Okay, so hello beautiful. The good things in life are better with you, is what that says. So a nice friendship card. Okay, so what I thought we would do, I would do with you, is to actually stamp one of these butterflies out. Maybe I'll stamp this one. So, well, actually, these I believe we used, when we used these once before, we used the Stays On, and it does tend to leave a little bit of a, like, it stays on there, even though you clean it off, the color stays. But I think I'm going to use this one just because it's a little different. And I just want to see, do I like it with the navy instead of the black? Because there's navy blue. This one, I'm using this paper from that, and I already yes, I already tiered this to for a Cocoa Rose base. All right, so just so that you can actually see and not just have me say, oh, this is what I did, you can actually see it. Now, because these are clear, I'm using our Stampin' Pierce mat just to give a little cushion, because it just gives you a better impression. Okay, so I'm going to there. Okay, and then on this one, I'm going to, and then I'm going to do the pink with that. Be interesting, because I don't know if I like it with that, but we'll see. Just trying something a little different. Okay, here we go. Now, this is, see, that is the one that you ink up for the little one, and you just do your best to line it up. Not too bad. If it doesn't line up exactly, because sometimes they don't always, it just would give it more of a watercolor look. Okay, and then here's the top set of wings. And then, because I had that over there a little too far, sorry about that. And then the bottom set of wings. And I did kind of not get it quite in the middle, but if you did decide that you wanted to give it, make it some of the pink stand out a little more, this is the, let me the other end. This is the dark Cocoa Rose. And this is if I just wanted to fill in these designs here. Get it something else to give it a little more contrast. I hope my head's not in the way here. Let me stand up. And then on this one, let's see. Okay, so there's that. I want it just to sit for just a minute or so. So I let that, maybe, let's see, this one I was thinking I might do a little note. Where's that? It's, yeah, this one. So I can work on, I think that will fit on, that might be, wait a second, which size do I like better? That'll work. And I think I'm going to do it in this color. Oh, and I didn't put the, oh, not too bad. I forgot to put the Stampin' Pierce mat under that. A little note. I'm going to set this aside to dry. Now, wow, I'm going to show you now, not that you don't know how, can't figure out how a punch works, but just to kind of put it all together for you. And I've been waiting until after I punch it out to do the body. You can do the body ahead of time if you want, because there's a little space there, but there, and you just line up the best you can like that. And then you can see when it punches out, there's like a little space right there and a little one right there. So we have these little lines. They were like right here. Those are the bodies. So, and if you look, you can see from the back a little better than the front. The one end is a little bit bigger. So that's the head. So see if I can get this on here. When you're on camera, when the camera's between you, it's off maybe just a little to the side, but that's okay. And then the little one, I just want to look at this. I think it's this way. It's not a big difference. Hopefully I get that about right. There. All right. And then one of the things I like to do, which to just kind of finish them, I feel it gives them a little more finished off look, is I take my dauber, finger dauber. You do this even with a piece, with if you have a sponge, and I just kind of go around the edges. And you can go in the center there a little where I missed that. And with this, I also found that sometimes, especially right in here, when you can't get to those, it's kind of hard to get where they kind of come together there, just a little bit like that. Just hit just the edges, okay? And if you want, you can go on the back to hit the edges, so that another way, just so that they don't, that stark white like isn't jumping out there. So there's that one, and this one can be, because it's so tiny. Some little tricks there. And again, just a smidge on the back, because I don't want any really white jumping out at us here. Okay. So what I found was I like to put it together with the, and I think I'm going to add a little bit, which I forgot to make sure I had a smaller piece of it over here. 1 minute. I have a piece. Well, I guess I have to, oh, here's one. I thought I had some smaller pieces somewhere and I couldn't find it. So what I'm going to do is, a small little chopper here. I'm going to, okay, that, and actually, it's just about right there. So just, I'm going to kind of just set that. Okay, try this one more time. Okay, really just need it. That's about right. Okay. I think that's about right. You can't get your head right down in sometimes. You be off just a little bit, but all right. So there's my silicone mat, so I don't get, just in case, sometimes it's easy to get off the edge, and then it gets on my paper and grabs the next piece of paper I want to use. There. I'll use this other side because I'm just wondering if that's what the problem was, and I had ink on that side and didn't realize it. Okay, So I'm going to have this be just about there. And now decide exactly where do I want my butterflies. And I do have some extra butterflies here. So I want, which I might do like that. Or do I like this guy better over here? Maybe I do. And this one can be over here. Maybe I'll use one of the little ones. So what I'm going to do is pop him up with a dimensional, some dimensionals. I usually put, if I can get a hold of it here, one, did not want to come off. There. One there. There. Okay. There. And there. I'll see if I can get the rest of this off. There. Okay. So this guy, I'm going to put him right about there. And this guy, you see I didn't like how I stamped it, so I turned it over and stamped it on the other side. Paper does have two sides, which can help with these issues sometimes. Okay, try up one more. And this guy right here, no, that's over a little. Let's see if I can move this. It's just wanting to poke out just a little bit there. It's better. And put this guy here. This little girl, whatever, this woman here. There, and I think I want one of my little ones right there. And on this one I use two of our mini dimensionals. Or you could have them flat if you didn't want them raised up, you know, but I like the, oh, and the one thing especially with this one, I have these little antenna. Uh-oh, there it is. Oh, this one's in black, so I'll do this guy. And I'm going to see this one because it's a little harder to, oh my goodness gracious, what is going on here? Everything's jumping all over. And that was the back, not the front. Let's try that again. So since I'm going to want this one right about there, I want to see where this is going to go. So I think I'm going to put that right about there. And then I can, okay. The bigger ones, it's a little easier to get them where you want. So since I did this guy in blue, that right there. And then, there's my, since this one was in black, I will do this. And you just want to, I don't know if you can see where they come together, you want to get it, you know, as close to the head there as possible. So let me see here, bring this. There. Okay, so a little note. And if you want, you could put a little message inside, you know, like, or you could just write a note, leave it just to write a note in there. Okay, so for this, I'm going to put a little bling on there. I like, so let me see, what side do you want? That bigger one, or do you want these littler ones? I might want the littler ones. I'll put one there. Maybe one here. If I can get it to, and then a third one. Hope if I use this and not that. think I'll put them right, this one right here. I think I want to move it over just a little. There. I think that's where I put those. Okay. We could have, if we wanted, because there's the blue in there, we could have used, oh, in some ways I like that. Makes it jump out a little more, doesn't it? Oh well, maybe I'll do a second one and do it with the blue butterflies on it, because I do like that. But this one's the pink in the pink. So, okay. Now I did yesterday on my Facebook Live, I also did some butterflies, and in that one I did use, if I can, is it one of the things that fell? It is. I actually used our Floating and Fluttering set, and I used the Butterfly Wishes. I did do a little bit with the butterflies, mainly it was for the sentiments, but I did want to show how you can mix and match different sets, and you don't always have to do, you know, it doesn't matter if there's a suite of products, or, you know, just has one or two. You can always mix and match. Even when they have a suite, you can mix and match with another suite. Okay, and then I will be back at my on Friday on my Stamping Around the Dining Room Table Facebook page at 1:45, and that time I'm going to do stuff with the Beauty Abounds. And this one, as I mentioned, it has all these great dies, so I hope that you might be able to join me there. It's at 1:45. It does, if you can't make it at 1:45, it will play, you know, you can see it, catch it another time, because I do leave it on, so people can watch it. Okay, and just a reminder, it's Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, and my website, if you are interested in Stamp Around the Table, that's stampinup.net. I hope you enjoyed these cards, and that it might be something that you would think about if you don't have the stamp set, that you might think about getting it and using it to make some sweet little notes or cards for your family and friends. All right, so until we meet again, I hope you have a great week, and that you just stay healthy and happy crafting. Bye-bye.